but I've got time, and I keep my bait on the fishing line, sitting down by the river by the shady pine. Honey, you can find me there all the time. Well, they say there's a price to pay for everything under the sun. Ooh, I pray that some fine day my paying time is done. I ain't got much, but I've got time, and I keep my bait on the fishing line. Well, I plant my seeds row by row, I tend to my garden, but the crops won't grow. So I pray for the sun, I fear for the snow, I work in the rain with a shovel and a hoe. Oh, please watch over my garden, I don't want to see it fail. I put so much of my heart in, I really want to eat that kale. I ain't got much, but I got time, and I keep my bait on the fishing line. Well, we went to the kitchen, what was there? We opened up the cupboard, but the cupboard was bare. All we found were the tortoise and the hare, a little bear cub and a broken chair. Oh, Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how can this all be? I called for my pipe and I called for my bowl, but nobody brought it to me. I ain't got much, but I've got time, and I keep my bait on the fishing line, sitting down by the river by the shady pine. Honey, you can find me there all the time. Well, they say there's a price to pay for everything under the sun. Ooh, I pray that some fine day my paying time is done. I ain't got much, but I've got time, and I can keep my bait on the fishing line. Yeah, I can keep my bait on the fishing line. Yeah, I can keep my bait on the fishing line. So music's my main job in life, I guess, right now. But I teach a little bit, and then I also, every once in a while when I'm back in Athens, Ohio, there's a little old vintage guitar store up on the main square there, and it's been there since the 70s. It's the oldest business in our little uptown area, and there's just one man who owns it, and then he's got a couple part-time workers, and he's very kind to me. He lets me go travel around, and then when I come back I say, hey, have any shows? And he'll be like, yeah, come on in. So it's a good job because I get to work with guitars all day and do repairs and help sell guitars to people that are just learning or people who've been playing forever. It's a good job also because we open at noon, which is a fairly easy shift to arrive to on time. But it's also really cool because in our little uptown area, and it's a beautiful town. It's a brick town, so there's brick streets and brick buildings. And right at noon, right when you open, all the churches and the courthouse right a block away from us, all the bells are going off, and it's just, I love that nostalgic feeling of all the bells going off. So it's nice to open the door and pull the bench out and turn the sign around, and all the bells are going off. And I just think in small towns there's these little rhythms in everyday life that are really comforting. Especially in a world where you just don't know what could happen. You can always count on those bells. So this is called Church Bells. Well, the church bell's gonna ring every day, right at noon, but I just can't predict everything. You said you're gonna call me someday, real soon, but I just don't know when it's gonna be. You've been leading me out, you've been leading me out down the road of the trees to the sky. I've been thinking about you. You're showing up in my dreams, but I showing up in my dreams, but I still sleep alone at night. The band's gonna play on Saturday night, and if you don't show up by sundown on Sunday, well, the trash man picks up every Monday, and the newspaper boy's never late, and the city bus runs every hour, going both ways. So how long do you think I can wait? You've been leading me out, you've been leading me out down the road, up the trees to the sky. I've been thinking about you, you're showing up in my dreams, but I still sleep alone at night. I've been thinking about you, I've been thinking about you. Well, the church bell's gonna ring every day right at noon. I'll try this one. I'm gonna try this one out too. This one's brand new. I just wrote it while I was driving out here. So I was thinking about the phrase being tied down. Not that kind of way, but just in and versus like being tied down with an anchor, where you put the anchor down because you want to stay there, versus being tied down is kind of you're stuck there. So that's where this started, and then it was a long drive. So. And I think I didn't really write a title for it yet. I think I'm calling it The Harbor, but if you think of something better, I'd love to hear it too. Sometimes the title's hard to write. I'm a lonely sailor, star navigator, singing my way across the sea. You're the safest of harbors, the calmest of waters, a lighthouse calling to me.
think the harbor is a really good movie.
Thanks. Thanks.
Really good movie.
Good. Unless somebody came up with a better one.
I like it.
Somehow.
Oh, somehow. Oh.
Into confusion.
So this song makes a little more sense if you understand a little bit of Ohio's geography. Where I live is in southern Ohio. I grew up in northern Ohio, and all the watersheds there drain out into the Great Lake that borders our north of our state. Do you guys know which lake that is? Does anybody know the Great Lake? Erie, yes. And on the bottom of our state, there's a river that flows along the bottom border of Ohio. Do you know what river that is?
The Ohio River.
And yeah, so where I live is on the Hocking River, which drains in the Ohio, and so I could follow that river, and I've done that on the canoe. Me and my brother have gone down to the Ohio River, and then if we wanted to, we could keep going along the Ohio, and that would end in which river?
Mississippi.
Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah.
We're awesome.
And then the Mississippi obviously goes where?
New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. So from my backyard, I could potentially float down to New Orleans
You gotta do
if
that.
I wanted to. You always dreamed we'd build a raft and float on down the Mississippi like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. It never seemed quite attainable to me, but you said, baby, let's just start building. But I could never see that far away. You could never stay that close to me. I built a boat and I sailed on down the river. You built a boat, you took it all the way to New Orleans. I built a boat, but I got stuck in Cincinnati, where I'm never gonna be your Mississippi queen. Well, I got a job and I've been working in a little cafe overlooking the waters of the Ohio. Sometimes I like to hear the blues down on the bayou. Sometimes I think maybe it's my time to go. I could never see that far away, and you could never stay that close to me. I built a boat and I sailed on down the river. You built a boat, you took it all the way to New Orleans. I built a boat, but I got stuck in Cincinnati, where I'm never gonna be your Mississippi queen. But I could never live your dreams for you. You could never make mine come true. You sold me a ticket, but you never really had me, 'cause you know I like Cincinnati. And I got stuck in Cincinnati. I'm never gonna be your Mississippi queen, your Mississippi queen. 'Cause you had the dream we'd build a raft and float on down the Mississippi like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. All right, Rick, this one's for you.
So this song,
Yeah,
first time I heard it, I think it was brand new, wasn't it? A few
yeah,
weeks
I had
old.
wrote it like that week.
And we were in the desert, and she played it, and I was awestruck, and I could not get it out of my head. Such a beautiful song.
I'm in a songwriters group back home. We meet every Tuesday, It's like a self-help group. We sit in a circle and say, "Hey, my name's Megan. And I'm working on a song." And we do these crazy things called the quick and dirty. It's not like that. We pick a word or a phrase, and then you have an hour to write a song with it. Helps you take it less seriously because you know you only have an hour, and it's just about the process and just keeping it going. And this word on this one, I believe, was dark. And I've been looking at the moon a lot and thinking about how when the moon is really full, it's like so much energy up there, and it takes all your attention, and you can't even really see the stars because it's just so bright. It takes up all the attention. And I was thinking about thinking about that. Headlights bouncing up the driveway, dance through my window and across the floor. And I am restless in the bed sheets, and there's a knocking at my door. You are the moon in the dark. Keep me awake. You are the moon. You are the moon in the dark, staring at your face. You are the moon. White wine and roses past my bedtime. Watercolor poetry. And now I'm up, you got me climbing to the top of the magnolia tree. You are the moon in the dark. You keep me awake. You are the moon. You are the moon. Stars I've counted while you were away, I can't recall a single one, but I know that they're still there and they remain. But you come and go, you come and go, you come and go. So I had mentioned earlier that kids and being outside with kids inspires a lot of songs, and I was down in the pond catching frogs with some kids once, and we were, having a good time down there in the pond catching frogs, and then somebody, brought up the whole, well, should we kiss the frog thing? And, I don't know if there's any frog kissers in the room, but yeah. And
everybody.
we were just how who started that story? How did that start? And kids were making up ideas, and then one of our kids said, "Yeah, has there ever been a frog that was cursed and turned into a human? What would that be like?" I said, "I don't know, but I'll think about it." And this is the frog song. Well, I wasn't always born this way. I looked so much different in my previous days. I used to be a frog floating in a pond somewhere. And then some witch came around, put me under a curse like some fairy tale told in reverse. She turned me into this two-legged blue-eyed gal. But now the only way for the curse to be lifted is for me to do a little more kissing. So hop along, baby, hey, you might be the right one to kiss me and turn me back into a frog. Well, life on the pond, those were mighty good days, swimming around, soaking up the sun rays, listening to my kinfolk singing in the springtime. Well, I used to be an amphibian, and I was hoping you could help me change back again, and I could hop on home and be with my own kind. But now the only way for the curse to be lifted is for me to do a little more kissing. So hop along, baby, hey, you might be the right one to kiss me and turn me back into a frog. Now you look like a mighty kind man. I thought you would understand this interesting predicament I happened to get myself into. It's nobody's fault, really. But I'm asking you a tiny favor. Kiss me once under the shade here, and if it doesn't work, maybe you could just try again. It could hurt to try it one more time, because the only way for the curse to be lifted is for me to do a little more kissing. So hop along, baby, hey, you might be the right one to kiss me and turn me back into a frog. Oh, just kiss me and turn me back into a frog. It could hurt to try it one more time. Just kiss me and turn me back into a ribbit. But I'll play you the title track from the new album. The album's called Like a Canyon, and the title track is also called Like a Canyon. And I wrote it when I was in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I was touring through there playing at the Cowgirl Barbecue, which is a snazzy joint where all the waiters and waitresses dress like cowboys and cowgirls. And I had some extra time, and a friend of mine said, if you have extra time in Santa Fe, you have to go to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum. And I didn't know much about Georgia O'Keeffe, but I went, and my head was just blown open by her artwork. She spent the last part of her life just in New Mexico, looking out her own back door and painting the scenes that she saw. And she didn't just paint pretty things, she painted things when it was shadowing or in stages of decay, and a lot of just bones and different things. And she had this way, it seemed, of looking at things just as they were and seeing beauty in all the phases. She would paint the same mountain over and over again in all the different seasons, and I thought, wow, what a way to look at the world. And I thought about, I want to look at the world that way. I want to, be able to.
Nobody thinks.
So that's perfect. Yeah, I just thought, what a way to look at the world and just see things as they are and find beauty in them as they are. And then she had a quote from. They had a bunch of quotes from her up on the wall, things that she'd written, and there was a letter to her friend she'd written, and in the letter to her friend, she wrote, I want real things in life. I want real people to talk to and to hold on to. And I want music that makes holes in the sky. So, I had those images and words linger in my head as I was driving through New Mexico. Color me like a canyon when the sun is hanging low down in the west. Color me like a canyon and let the red and green and blues run down my legs. Color me like a canyon. Color me like a canyon and keep me in your eyes. Color me like a cottonwood tree. All the driest days right before the monsoon. Color me like a cottonwood tree, looking brittle and broken, but I'm just waiting for the right amount of rain to bloom. Color me like a cottonwood tree. Color me like a cottonwood and keep me in your eyes. Color me like the New Mexico sky when the ebony and the lavender collide. Color me like the New Mexico sky and then cut holes with your razor blade to let the light shine through from the other side. Color me like the New Mexico sky. Color me like a canyon. Color me like a canyon. Oh. Color me like a canyon. So you guys can sing this one with me. It's really easy. There's just 3 words you need to know. Just carry me away, carry me away. Sometimes we get a little stuck in our patterns and we need our friends to carry us away to the desert or the river or the movies or just wherever you need to go.
Or just to Black Mountain.
Or to Black Mountain. or to Rick and Sherry's living room. So the chorus goes, carry me away, carry me away. Try that. Carry me away. Carry me away. You guys nailed it. That was the tryouts, and you all made it into the choir, and now we're having our first gig. So it all happened so quick. It goes right into it.